Hello, hello, hello. It is another coffee time. There will be an interruption. I'm expecting something to be delivered in probably about 15 minutes. So, should we say 1 o'clock? It might be quicker than that. So, yeah, we're doing the news again. Oh, I haven't been on here today. Oh, what we got here? Well, here we go. Here we go. Are you going abroad? Are you going on the Eurostar? Who remembers the Eurostar? Well, apparently, no more border checks, they reckon. Yeah. Eurostar passengers can bypass UK border checks at St Pancras. They want you to scan your face. There's a new app you can use where you scan your mush. You use the what's known as the iProve app. That's the I, lowercase I, uppercase P, ROOV, and yeah, apparently it will allow you to use the dedicated smart check lane. This is it. So this is what you got to go. You go to the iProve app, and then it scans your mush like that. Oh, it sounds like the computer's going to take off. Why bother going on Eurostar when I can just fly my computer to the other side of the world? You just got to love the fan action on the iMac, haven't you? And yeah, there was going to be dedicated scanning lanes where you can verify your mush. And there you go. Gee, maybe that'll be all around the world soon. And then we truly will be a world citizen. Talking of passports, who's got the most powerful passport in the world? I didn't know there was such a thing. Apparently there is a global ranking of passports. I love this. We get an education. We learn every day on here about new things. Apparently, yeah, there's a classification of passports, and Japan used to be on the top, but for the first time in 5 years been knocked off. Yeah, in a new global ranking, Singapore now is the possessor of the most powerful passport in the world, with its citizens able to visit 192 countries out of 227 visa free. Yes, they don't need a visa. Meanwhile, Germany, Italy and Spain move up into second place with visa-free access across 190 destinations, and Japan's been bumped into third place. We don't want to know where we are. We've jumped up, but we have jumped up to fourth place, I reckon. Yeah, but third place is occupied by Japan, Austria, Finland, France, Luxembourg, South Korea and Sweden. Whereas we're in fourth place. We've jumped up 2 positions, and we can visit 188 countries visa free, along with Ireland, Denmark and the Netherlands. Isn't that amazing? And here is the Henley Passport Power Index ratings. I did not know this, but there we are. How cool is that? We're fourth. It's not bad for us. Who's the worst? Let's find the worst one. The worst one is Afghanistan. You can only go to 27 countries if you've got an Afghanistani passport. There we go. I think we've all learnt something new there. So it's not so bad, is it? Us being from the UK. Not so bad now. Do you believe in instant karma? Well, we've got an example of it here. This is on an idyllic beach in Italy's northern Sardinia region, and we do have a video. It is a video, so I'm just checking to see if there is an advert, because you never know. Sometimes there is an advert. Just waiting. This was a bad idea. Yep. No, there's no advert. Good, good. So what you're seeing is a boat coming ashore. Right? You see, on the northern coast of Sardinia, a boat comes in. We've got 2 minutes to get. It's 2 minutes 38, so I might have to skip a bit. Let's see, skip along. So everyone's gathering around to watch this boat come in, and you think it's really calm. What could possibly happen? Yeah, what's possibly going to be the big thing? Meanwhile, someone has got off the boat and pushed a woman, and the he's waded in. There's a fight. This is what they want. It's all kicking off. There's a man in Speedos intervening. There's a woman. Yeah, and that's why you should stay at home, folks, because it's dangerous out there. Yeah, there was an altercation because the woman was complaining because the boat was coming on the beach full of rich people, and she said, "Be careful." And the guy who was driving the boat jumped off and pushed her. And the husband in the white t-shirt, he was having none of it and waded in. There you go. So, there you go. Instant karma for you then. Instant karma. What else have we got? We've got the heat wave in Europe. It's getting hotter. But apparently it's meant that more Brits are flooding it because we are stupid and we like the heat. Yeah. Apparently the unrelated heat wave across southern Europe has seen many tourists turn their backs on the Mediterranean. But the British tourists are refusing to let it ruin their holiday plans. There we go. Might be a minute. Delivered. Don't worry, nothing important. And relax. Yeah, so British tourists are heading back. They're not put off by the 48-degree heat. Yeah, because many of them have booked their holidays in advance and do not want to cancel. So let's have a look at some Brits on the beach. There we are. How do we know they're Brits? Can't be sure. And of course that's something for the dads. And of course we've got to have something for the mums. There you go. Something for the mums there as well. So yeah, nobody wants to cancel their holidays, even though the heat is phenomenal. But then it is summer. Remember, it is summer. There we go. Phew, what a scorcher. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Meanwhile, experts are warning we're entering into uncharted territory in the northern hemisphere with the heat, calling it hell on earth. Yeah, we've got a Saharan blast gripping Europe and a heat dome hitting US and China, recording temperatures of 52.2 degrees centigrade. And yeah, wildfires have hit swathes of the US and southern Europe. And yeah, look at that. It's toasty out there. It's good, isn't it? I think it's exciting. And look, it's something. There's is a wildfire in Athens. Hey. Do you remember when it was the vid? now we've got the world on fire instead. Oh dear. It'll be fine. That's just it notifying that it's delivered the parcel to me. Yeah, they're talking about El Nino. Who remembers El Nino? That's the woman of the woman of the ocean surface. Is this? I don't know. I think it's a good thing, to be honest. Meanwhile, good news. Do you like Jeremy Corbyn? Who remembers Jeremy Corbyn? No. Politics news. As Corbyn, right, maybe planning to run as London Mayor as an independent candidate. Yeah. He was quizzed on whether he would stand against Khan. And Corbyn said he refused to rule out that he might make a bid for the London Mayor. When's the job up again? Is it 2024, is it? But yeah, but he's been blocked out. He's been kind of kicked out. He's kicked out of the Labour Party, isn't he? So yeah, that'll be interesting. That could be interesting. But yeah, on LBC Radio, he was asked, and he said, "Let's cross one bridge at a time." He said, "I'm ruling nothing in and nothing out at this moment." Oh, he's been a bit coy. He's being a bit coy, but it's certainly ruffle Keir Starmer's feathers if Corbyn stepped up. I think we should just get Ken Livingstone back and be done with it, but just don't mention Hitler. Don't mention Hitler. You know, it sends him off. It sends him off. Who likes wine? I'll tell you who likes wine. The Romans. New evidence suggests that there was a vineyard in Cambridgeshire dating back to 43 BC. Yeah, archaeologists think they've found grape pollen and cores. This is from waterlogged soil, suggesting that were vineyards even, vine, vin. Yellow lorry, red lorry, dating to the Roman period. They also found remains of a headless animals and a stylus. So obviously they had touchpads back then. But yeah, who knows? Maybe there was wine. But here's a picture of the archaeological dig. Yeah, they found cores, which included grape pollen, animal bones, pottery shards, and more. There, they were excavating the remains of a pig. Don't let David Cameron find out about it. But yeah, wine in Cambridgeshire, 43 BC. But they've got to do a little bit more research on it. Yeah, so there you go. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? Meanwhile, could be the end of the Commonwealth Games. Yeah, because in Australia, Victoria was meant to be hosting it, and they've said no because the cost of it is something like $7 billion Australian dollars. That's 3.6 billion pounds, which seems an incredible amount of money to put on the Commonwealth Games. Now, well, I can't blame them for not wanting to put it on, but yeah, they're refusing to host the 2026 competition, and it looks like the games are now in doubt. So some say it's because there's no Queen. Here's the Queen back in 2022 in Birmingham. So why don't we just host them? Let's the UK just host all of them, and then they can all come here. We'll have a good time. Host them. We built those stadiums in Stratford. We could just host them over here, if we believe in that, the Commonwealth and that kind of thing. else have we got? We got the strike in America. SAG-AFTRA. Yeah, basically Hollywood is on strike. Kevin Bacon, Susan Sarandon, and Hilary Duff are on the picket line because rich people, they want even more money. Look at them. Be interesting if they do. Get what they want, because then it's probably going to put streaming companies out of business like Netflix, because that's who they're really complaining about, because they don't get much residuals, they don't get much money from the streaming services. So all the streaming services will put their price up. It's going to be a problem. But Hollywood cannot sustain itself anymore. The last few blockbusters have all collapsed. We've had The Flash, that lost money. Indiana Jones movie lost money so far. The latest Pixar films lost money, and they reckon Mission Impossible is opened to muted response because, again, I think a lot of, was it Mission Impossible 97? And I mean, there's hundreds of the bloody things, and there's only so many times you can see Tom Cruise jump out of an airplane without a parachute, isn't there? So I think Hollywood is in danger of collapsing in on itself. Are you guilty of phubbing? Okay. Phubbing, spelt Phubbing. Apparently, it's where you snub people for your phone. Phubbing, snubbing, phone. Okay. But yeah, a study has warned our obsession with our phones could be taking a toll on our relationships. And why do these universities have ridiculous names? Anyway, scientists from Nigdi Omer Halizdemir University are investigating the effect of phubbing in married couples. And they found that couples who regularly phub each other have lower marriage satisfaction. Have you had a good phubbing lately? I know I haven't, because I'm not always on my phone. When individuals perceive that their romantic partners are phubbing more frequently, than they feel more conflict and less intimacy in the relationship, the team explained in their study. Of course, it's worse when you're having the as your father and each of you are looking at your phone. She's got it behind you, and you're, imagine that. So phubbing is a process where people are distracted by their phones during a conversation with others. Phubbing behaviour. I'm going to take a drink every time I say phubbing. Phubbing behaviour, which can be subjected to, i.e., you're the phubbee, or the doer of, the phubber, manifests itself as a behaviour that is widely observed everywhere in today's technologically advanced society, the team wrote in their study, which has been published in Computers in Human Behaviour. A great study, I'm sure. They enlisted 712 married couples from Turkey, and that's obviously where that university is. 347 females and 365 males with the average age of 37, and they were surveyed regarding their marriage satisfaction, phubbing tendencies, and communication skills. But yeah, the result will come as bad news for those who can't put down their phones. So there you go. Don't be a phubber, you dirty phubber. Do you think you Edwards was a phubber? I reckon he was a right dirty phubber, isn't it? What do you reckon? I reckon so. So yeah, we've learnt a new word, phubbing. Meanwhile, Just Stop Oil. We've got some video here. We've got people pulling them off the roads. Look at them. Get out of the way. He's getting stuck in. Go on, my son. He's just F off. They're going on the pavement. See? Play smart. Just go on the pavement instead. Don't worry about us pedestrians. So that was it. They're continuing to paralyse London today. So thanks, Just Stop Oil. How's that going? Meanwhile, did you know there is ah dear, a world record for crying. Yeah. Tembu Ibiri from Nigeria has been trying to break the record. He's been doing a Guinness World Record attempt. Here he is, taking part in the cryathon. Yeah, at that point he'd only done 2 hours 7 minutes, so bit weak. Should think about my life. He'd cry a lot longer and a lot harder. But yeah, he cried for an entire week. Yeah, 7 days. And he ended up battling headaches, puffy eyes and a swollen face. He even claims to have gone partially blind for 45 minutes. He was promoting his efforts on TikTok. It's the sound of the brain cells knocking together. And he told followers, send me your problems and I'll be crying for you. And here he is. He's great. He's the most miserable man. He's become a meme. He's a walking meme. But yeah, he gained 5.3 million views as bewildered TikTokers cheered on his challenge. And apparently Nigeria were enraptured by his record attempt, but apparently he won't be getting a Guinness World Record. Apparently, yeah. He didn't. I guess Norris McWhirter wasn't there to verify his attempt. So, too bad. So yeah, there you go. Who'd have thought it, eh? Crying for 7 days. Ay. Meanwhile, we've got an update. Now, do you remember? Probably it was one of Britain's greatest love affairs. Yeah. I don't know if you can remember. It was the story of Tony Garnett and Sophia Carcadim. Do you remember? It was a love affair for the age. Again, this was in Bradford in West Yorkshire. He'd invited Miss Carcadim over from Ukraine to live with him and his family, and he left his missus for her. Do you remember? See, he left his missus and with his missus for Miss Carcadim. Well, anyway, it went a bit rocky. They split up. She went back to Ukraine. Then she came back again, right? And then she got into a bit of trouble with the police. Yeah, because he was kicking her out of his home because she had a little bit of a problem, and the police turned up, and she bit a police officer as he tried to arrest her. So yeah, and yesterday she was due in court on charges of biting a police officer. And guess what? She didn't turn up to court. Yeah, she didn't turn up to court. So now she's on the run. Yeah. Outside the magistrate's court, Mr. Garnett was there, but there was no sign of Miss Carcadim. And he said, I want as little as possible to do with her. As far as I know, she arrived on Wednesday from Ukraine, and she come to collect her things from my place. But I don't know where she is now. I'm not in touch with her that much because I have a new girlfriend now and I've moved on. Boy, he is the catch of the century. So it looks like the love affair is finally over. You know, he left his missus and his kids for a 22-year-old Ukrainian refugee. Didn't see that happening. And now he's got another. It's all right, isn't it? So but yeah, so there we go. The love affair is over. Meanwhile, who wants scary? Well, you know, In my day, if you had a beef with someone at school, we still had the boxing ring. We still had the boxing ring, and you could actually get inside the ring and punch it out. But in Michigan, that's in America, things got a bit well, I don't know, but a bit scary. Yeah, because my mother, right? My mother decided to take things into her own hands, and she gave her 12-year-old daughter acid to throw on children in the playground, and the attack left 11-year-old Deira Summers with burns. Her mother, Dominique, described how smoke started to billow from her daughter's body from head to toe. She was immediately rushed to hospital. The unidentified 12-year-old who committed the acid attack has been charged with assault with intent to do great bodily harm and felonious assault, Wayne County prosecuting attorney Kim Worthy said. And the poor girl has been left with some terrible scars. There we go. On her back. Awful story. But when the mother was questioned, right, who supplied her daughter with acid for the attack, she's apparently quoted to have said, "That's what they get with messing with my daughter." And that's in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, Michigan. It's terrible story. This was in a local park. Here we go. Acid attack. I only mentioned this one because I want to see the look on the missus' face. She was like that. Now the other night we went. We was driving. Do you remember? It was this time. It was last Monday week. We was driving back, and we went through Whipps Cross. And do you remember they've changed all the markings, all the road markings in Whipps Cross for the cycle lanes? And we went, what moron did this? Isn't this overly complicated because of people on bikes? Well, guess what? In Bury. In Greater Manchester, Bury, someone's outdid it. They've created the most complicated cycle lane route. It's cost £1 million to make, and just looking at it gives you a headache. Get a load of that. But it's very reminiscent of that what they've done at Whipps Cross, isn't it? It hurts my brain. This is just so. Cyclists can have their wicked way around town. Here goes another angle. I think that is truly the most complicated cycle lane in Britain. Whipps Cross has got nothing on that. There you go. It's left motorists baffled. This is at the junction between Angoulême Way, Jubilee Way and Manchester Road in Bury. Many residents have vented their anger at the unsafe crossing point, adding that the council has not considered how visually impaired people will navigate their way through it. They won't. They don't care about the disabled, the visually impaired, elderly. It's just cyclists or nothing. It's just for the cyclists. And there have been many social media posts slamming the mind-bending layout. One said, "Seriously, just showed this to my husband who's a cyclist," and he laughed. He said, "What a waste of money. It's not going to be worth it, what they've spent on it." Another added, "Absolutely ridiculous and dangerous for motorists and cyclists. The road narrows too quickly once through the traffic lights going towards Holy Cross College." And so expect more. Expect more of that, because cyclists... Right. Who likes mazes? Do you like mazes? Do you like mazes? Do you like mazes made of maize? In May. Imagine that. Imagine carving a maze out of maize in May. Well, this farmer, Tom Piercy, has created the most astounding 15-acre maze in his field at York Maze, and it's a million maize plants. You could say it's amazing. I haven't even showed it to you yet, but get a load of this. Look at that. It's Tutankhamun. Look. Carved out of maize. And he's paid tribute to the 100-year anniversary of Tutankhamun's tomb being found. There you go. Look at that. I've already done the amazing joke. I can't do it again now. Isn't that good? What else have we got? Have we got any other good ones there? Just scrolling down. Just bear with me, because we went a bit. Just looking for any animal stories, because I've got an animal story in the folder. Got another one. We'll do this one instead. This one's a good one. This is in Brisbane at the McDonald's in Yarrabilba, and a woman decided to surprise the staff at McDonald's by, you guessed it, going in on a horse. There you go. And the McDonald's lady said, "Do you want fries with that?" And she said, "Nay." Yeah. All right. I'm just doing my best here. Yeah. The woman ordered a small chai latte whilst riding a golden-coated Palomino horse. Social media users were shocked by the video as the woman rode confidently towards the first window to order and pay and was not turned away. I mean, it's a lovely horse. Have a look at the pictures. Look at that. And there they are at the window. Over here, the spoil sports would have said no, because there's been cases of that in the UK where they've turned people away because there wasn't in a proper. Here's the TikTok video. Here we go. Going through. There you go. So maybe TikTok isn't all bad. There you go. And that's the animal story. I think we'll end it there. I think I've done enough damage for today. Let's see if there's anybody in. 13 people in. That is a party. Andrew's in. He said, "I'm in today." Good, you've turned up. Harry's in. Said, "What's so great about Singapore?" And you don't like Speedos. I love Speedos. Just says, "A woman in every port," almost. Gareth says, "Is this coffee time every day?" I don't know, maybe. Harry says, "Yep, every day." He does it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's right. More unboxings? No, it's not. No, it's not. If not interest to you, you wouldn't like it. Gareth says, "Next coffee time at 2 p.m. Alex is in. He says, "Sup?" I can't sup on anything. I haven't got any coffee with me. Harry says, "Oh, bollocks, I'm getting tired of these wildfires. I already lost some of my olive trees." Oh, that's terrible. Oh, Jeremy Corbyn. You know the song. Darren for me, absolutely. I can't, because I live in Essex. Even though the London transport comes out this way, and we're within the M25, and you know the buses come this way, and we have the tube, and we literally will go 2 minutes down the road, and we'll be going into ULEZ territory in August. And we have to be very careful now where we drive, because we will, navigating through Essex, there's a bit of London that kind of spreads over Essex, that, you know, like a, I don't know what you call it, an arm. Can't go to Romford anymore. Kids can't go to Romford. They'll be sad about that. £12.50 just to go to Romford. I don't think so. Harry wants to be my campaign manager. Oh dear, I can't pay you anything. Only hugs and kisses, I'm afraid. Liam says, let's cross one bridge at a time, but not the Crimean one. Oh no. There's so many comments. I've got to get through this. Aricat says, new evidence suggests that the Romans liked wine. It's like saying the Greeks liked anal sex, isn't it? Am I allowed to say that? Alex says, Hancock for mayor. Hancock for mayor. Will says, well, good morning, Will, and runs in. You're late. Mikey says, much respect, Darren. Long time connoisseur. I like it. He's not a fan. He's a connoisseur. Remember, we're not fans here. We're connoisseurs. He gets it. He gets the lingo. Call to catch your life. You're welcome. You got me addicted to try and collect the mini LP CDs that Genesis collection displays. Sorry, I got those years ago. They're there. They're just there. They're really nice, though. They're really nice. Bondi says, there'll be an archaeological dig in the future. It reveals that new evidence suggests that many people liked Roger Waters' Dark Side of the Moon. They'll find a big landfill next to a load of E.T. Atari cartridges of Roger Waters' Dark Side of the Moon. Payne's in. He said, perhaps Tembu is upset that nobody will take off his offer of money just for their... But yeah, he's the multi-millionaire who's been trying to give away all that money all that time, and it didn't work. Payne says, Norwich McWhirter was not there for reasons of being very dead. Oh, come on, stop being a buzzkill. He's such a buzzkill. He kills all my jokes, he does. I'm going to call him Mr. Buzzkill from now on. And good afternoon. Perhaps Mr. Carcadine will claim asylum in France. Who knows? Where is she? Where'd she go? Maybe she's found a new lover. And Payne says, amazing maze in May, indeed. And Thru says, that's real art. And he says, it can only, Payne says, only seen from above, so it must be aliens. Who remembers crop circles, eh? Who remembers crop circles? And yeah, it was all a hoax. And Zeb's in. He says, have a nice day. I'm trying. And he says, and Aricat says, at least not 13 people in your house. Oh God, that'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? You wouldn't like it. We live like pigs. We live like pigs. And on that note, I think we'll end there. Thank you for watching. That was the news. That was coffee time. Tonight, it's the live. We'll do the live stream. Do pop by. Please comment on the live stream, because it gets a bit difficult when I've got no interaction. Otherwise, I'm just going to start sitting here like this. Though I was looking, I go into Mixcloud, because on Mixcloud they do live streaming now. And for £9 a month, I could do like a Tuesday night proper music show. I could just play music and be a DJ for an hour and a half or 2 hours even. And that would be so easy. I could do that standing on my head. And I might just do that instead. If anyone... That would be good, wouldn't it? Anyway, yeah, live stream. About 11 PM UK time. You work it out. Ta-ta. Bye-bye, Gareth. I don't know what that is. Ta-ta. Killing the channel, one video at a time. That was the news. Drink it up. Ta-ta.